Hi guys, good day. It's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class, it's all about the hyperbola, transforming standard form to general form. So without further ado, let's do this topic. So this is already part 2 of our video class. The part 1 of our video, we answered this one. So basic examples of the hyperbola, transforming standard form to general form. So feel free to see the link on the description down below with regards to the part 1 of our video class. So the parts of our video class will be quite complicated since our h and k is not 0, 0. For the part 1, our h and k for numbers 1 and 2 is at 0, 0. This time class, it will not be 0, 0. So we will be doing the square of binomial later on and we will explain that to you. Alright, so if we have enough time, we will be answering numbers 4 and 5. If not, this number 5 class, we will make another video for this one, for number 5. Because we need to solve this one class step by step for you to really understand how to transform this standard form into general form. Alright, so before we start with number 4, we need to know the general form of the hyperbola. So the general form, if h and k is at 0, 0, we have ax squared minus cy squared plus f equals 0. Or you can have this equation negative ax squared plus cy squared plus f equals 0. Once again, it's either a or c will be negative. Once again, class, in hyperbola, one of them should be negative. Why is that, sir? Because in ellipse class, we need to add the equation. In hyperbola, we need to subtract the equation and it will be equals to 1. That's why we have one equation will be negative. So you can have this equation or this equation. Okay, so, or okay, if h and k is 0, 0, this will be our equation. Now, if h and k is not 0, 0, this will be our equation, guys. Ax squared minus cy squared plus dx plus ey plus f equals 0. Or you can have this equation. A is negative x squared, the quadratic term, ax squared, it will be negative plus cy squared plus dx plus ey plus f equals 0. Now, do not be confused, class. There are some books, instead of c, they're using b. Example, ax squared minus by squared plus dx plus ey plus f equals 0. That's actually okay, class. Okay, that's actually okay. So, it depends on the book and it depends on the teacher if what will be the general form of hyperbola that they are using. But mostly, class, most of the books, they will be using this equation. Most of the books, class, most of the books, this is the equation of the hyperbola. Alright, so let's start with number 4. So to answer number 4, class, let's focus first on number 4, class. I will be erasing number 5 and we'll be answering number 5 later on. Now, for number 4, class, always remember this one. When you solve for the rational equations, if you're dealing with fractions, once again, rational equations, you're dealing with fractions. If you're dealing with fractions, class, the thing that you will do is you need to eliminate the denominators. You need to remove these denominators, class. And how to remove the denominators? Of course, you need to find the LCM, the least common multiple. Alright, so you find the LCM, class. Now, of course, when finding the LCM, class, if you still remember during your elementary years, if you want to get the multiples of 4, you will do it this way, right? 4, 8, 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12, 4 times 4 is 16, just add 4, class. 20, 24, 28, and so on. For the multiples of 9, that would be 9. 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 3 is 27, and so on. Just add 9, class. Then 36. So do we have a common number for 4 and 9 in this given multiples? Nope, we don't have a common number. So let's continue for 4. Plus 4, that would be 32. Plus 4, that would be 36. So the LCM, do you have a common number now? Yep. We have a common number, that would be 36. So the LCM of 9 and 4, that is 36. But once again, class, you will not do it this way. Why is that, sir? Because it will take time if you do it this way. Okay, it will take time, class, if you do it this way. So the thing that you will do, class, you think it this way, class. What would be the least number that we can divide this 9 and 4 by that particular number? So you find a number, class, that we can divide this 9 and 4 by that particular number. Of course, that would be 36, right? Because we can divide 36 by 9. 36 divided by 9, that is 4. We can also divide 36 by 4. So that's how you find the LCM, class. Let's try an example, class. Example 4, 6, and 8. And the teacher will ask you to find the LCM. What will be the LCM, class, of 4, 6, and 8? So you think of a number that we can divide these numbers, 4, 6, and 8, by that particular number. So let's try, class. How about 12? Can we use 12? 12, we can divide 12 by 4. We can also divide 12 by 6. But not for 8. What else, class? How about 24? Can we use 24? 24. Can we divide 24 by 4? Yep. Can we divide 24 by 6? Yep. Can we divide 24 by 8? Yep. So therefore, the least number is 24. I hope you get this one, class, in finding the LCM. You're not confused in finding the LCM. So that's how you find the LCM, class. You think it this way. You find the least number that we can divide this number 9 and 4 by that particular number. There are some cases, class, that you can just multiply the denominators 9 and 4. So 9 times 4, that is 36. You can do it that way. But not all, class. Not all. Once again, not all. Because if this is 16, class, just example, if this is 16, what will be the LCM of 16 and 4? Of course, you will not multiply 16 times 4 because 16 times 4, that would be 64. Right? 16 times 4 is 64. But the LCM of 9 and 4, of 16 and 4, sorry, if the LCM of 16 and 4 is only 16, because we can divide 16 by 16. 16 divided by 16 is 1. 16 divided by 4 is 4. So the LCM of 16 and 4, it's only 16, class, not 64. But once again, there are some cases that you can just multiply, but not all. In this scenario, class, we can just simply multiply 9 times 4. The LCM is 36. Alright, I hope you get that one, class, for the LCM. Now, once you get the LCM, okay, I will just erase number 4, class. Once you get the LCM, you multiply the equation, class, by the LCM. So, multiply the equation by the LCM. So, multiply by 36. And then you distribute, class. You distribute this one. Alright, let's distribute in this one. So, 36 times this equation. 36 times this equation. So, this will be 36 times. I will just put bracket, class, because we have a parenthesis here. 36 times parenthesis x plus 4 quantity squared over 9. Alright, bracket minus, copy minus sign. Then 36 times this equation. 36, I will just put brackets, class, because we do have the parenthesis. 36 times y minus 5 parenthesis squared over 4 equals 36 times this equation. 36 or 1 times 36. 36 times 1 or 1 times 36. Alright, so once you multiplied, next step, class, is you need to, okay, once you distribute, class, next step is you need to multiply. Now check this one, class. If before multiplying this one, 36 by this equation, can we reduce 36 and 9? Can we divide 36 by 9? Yep, we can divide 36 by 9. 36 divided by 9, that is 4. So 36 divided by 9, that is 4. So we can reduce this one into 4. And we just eliminated the denominators, class. That's why, class, it's very important to find the LCM. We just eliminated the denominators. So can we divide 36 by 4? Yep, we can divide 36 by 4. 36 divided by 4, that is 9. So divide this one by 4 and this will be 9. Alright, and then, since we already eliminated the denominators, we can now distribute, class. We can now multiply. So this will be 4 times this equation, x plus 4 squared minus 9 times this equation, 9 times y minus 5 squared equals 1 times 36, that is 36. Alright, now in this part, class, 4 times this equation, quantity squared. Okay, 4 times x plus 4 squared. Do not multiply 4 and this equation, class. Always follow PEMDAS. Do you still remember PEMDAS? Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. So, parentheses, exponents comes first before multiplying it by 4. Okay, so this one comes first, quantity x plus 4 raised to the power of 2. You simplify this one first before multiplying it by 4. Because this is just multiplication, class. 4 times this one is just multiplication. It should be parentheses, exponent. Follow PEMDAS, class. Parentheses, exponent. Alright, so let's simplify. So copy 4. Then you simplify this one, x plus 4 quantity squared. So x plus 4 squared. So it means, class, x plus 4 squared, it means you multiply this equation by itself twice. So x plus 4 times x plus 4. So once again, class, we do have two solutions. We can do the FOIL method or we can use the square of binomial. Do not be worried, class. We will explain the two ways, okay, the two methods. So let's use the FOIL method first. But actually, class, it's better to use the square of binomial. So if you're dealing with conic sections, you need to master the square of binomial, class. So do not be worried, we will explain that later on. So FOIL method, let's start first with the FOIL method. X times x, that would be x squared. So first, outer, x times positive 4, that's positive 4x. Inner, 4 times x, that's positive 4x. Then last, 4 times positive 4, that's positive 16. Then you combine like terms, this will be x squared plus 4x plus 4x. Just simply add the numbers, 4 plus 4 is 8. Then copy the literal coefficients. Copy the variable, class. Copy x plus 16. So this will be the answer. Quantity x plus 4 squared, this will be the answer. So 4 times x squared plus 8x plus 16. So we simplify this one and this will be the answer. So this is the way, class, the first method using FOIL method. Next, class, we use the square of binomial. So I think, class, it's very easy for the square of binomial. You can answer this one easily. I think 3 to 5 seconds if you master the square of binomial. So first thing to do, you square the first term. To answer this one, first you square the first term. Square x, class. X squared. So you square the first term, it means you multiply x by itself twice. X times x, that would be x squared. And then you multiply the first term and second term times 2. So x times 4, that is 4x times 2, that would be positive 8x. Then last, you square the last term. 4 times 4, that is 16. And you will get the same answer, class. That's the square of binomial, class. Okay, let me write the equation, class. First, you square the first term. Then, second procedure, you multiply the first term and second term times 2. So x, multiply the first term and second term, x times 4, then times 2. Then last, you square the last term. So 4, then squared. And then you will get the answer, class. So once again, you square the first term, x times x, that would be x squared. You multiply the first term and second term times 2. So x times 4, that's 4x times 2. That's positive 8x. You square the last term, 4 times 4, that is 16. That's how you answer, class, the square of binomial. Easy, right? So it's very easy, class, for the square of binomial. You need to master that one, class. Once again, do not be worried, class. I will just put the link on the description down below with regards to the square of binomial. So feel free to see the video, class, for you to master the square of binomial. You need to master that one, class, if you're dealing with conic sections. Circle, ellipse, parabola, and hyperbola. So once again, do not multiply negative 9 on this equation. You copy 9 first. Copy negative 9, then we simplify this one. Y minus 5, then squared. We just use the square of binomial. Once again, you square the first term, y times y, that's y squared. Okay, let me just write the equation, class. You square the first term, then you multiply the first term and second term, y times negative 5, then times 2. Alright, and then you square the last term, negative 5 squared. Alright, so you square the first term, y times y, that's y squared. Y times negative 5, that's negative 5y times 2, that's negative 10y. Then you square the last term, negative 5 times negative 5, that's positive 25. And that's it, class. Easy, right? For the square of binomial, y squared minus 10y plus 25. Alright, so once again, let's answer this one, class, directly, class. Let's try that once again. You square the first term, that would be y squared. You multiply the first term and second term, y times negative 5, that's negative 5y times 2, that's negative 10y. Then you square this one, negative 5 times negative 5, that's positive 25. And that's it, class, for the square of binomial. Easy, right, for the square of binomial? So this will be equals to 36. And once you do the square of binomial, you simplify this one, you can now distribute, class. You distribute. Okay, so you multiply this 4 by every of this term. 4 times this 3 terms. You distribute plus. Same with 9. So you distribute. So this will be 4 times x squared. That will be 4x squared. 4 times 8x. That's positive 32x. 4 times 16. That's positive 64. Then this one plus, you distribute. 9 times y squared. That's negative 9y squared. Negative 9. Once again, negative 9 times positive y squared. That will be negative 9y squared. Negative times positive class, it's always negative. Unlike signs class, it's negative. If you're multiplying unlike signs, the answer is negative. Now, negative 9 times negative 10, that would be positive. So, negative times negative is positive. 9 times 10, that's 90. Then, copy y. Once again, negative 9 times negative 10y, that's positive 90y. And then, negative 9 times positive 25, let's multiply class. 25 times 9. 9 times 5 is 45. 5 carry 4. 9 times 2 is 18 plus 4. That would be 22. So 225. So negative 9 times positive 25, it should be negative 225. If you're multiplying unlike signs, the answer is always negative. Then you transpose 36 class from right to left. Okay, let me just copy first 36 class for us not to be confused. Okay, let's copy first 36. And then next step class, we need to arrange. Okay, let's arrange. So once again, check the equation class, the general form. X squared followed by y squared. Then dx, x with the exponent of 1. And then y with the exponent of 1. And then last part will be all the numbers. Okay, let's arrange class. X squared comes first, and then y squared. So we have 4x squared, and then next will be y squared. So 4x squared, then negative 9y squared. Next will be x. Okay, x with exponent of 1. So x with exponent of 1, understood class. If we didn't see any exponent for the variable, understood to be 1. So we have positive 32x. Then positive 90y. Then the numbers, we have 64. Okay, 64, positive 64, minus 225. Then transpose 36 from right to left. So transpose this one, this is positive. It will be negative 36, then equals 0. Alright, so do we have like terms? Do we have like terms, class? Yep, we have like terms. We can combine this one, the numbers. Alright, so we don't have enough space. I will be erasing the top part, class. So let me erase the top part, class. So you paused the video, class, a while ago. Let's combine this one, class. So copy first 4x squared minus 9y squared plus 32x plus 90y. Then combine this one. So once again, 64 minus 225. 64 minus 225. If the signs are not the same, you subtract, then copy the sign of this larger number. Okay, they don't have the same. They don't have the same sign, class. Just subtract, then copy the sign of the larger number. So this will be 64 minus 225. So 64 minus 225. Once again, if the signs are not the same, we have positive 64, negative 225, subtract, then copy the sign of the larger number. So 225 minus 64. So let's subtract, let's 225 minus 64. So this is 1. Borrow 1 here. 5 minus 4 is 1. 2 minus 6 is cannot be. Borrow 1. So this will be 12. 12 minus 6 is 6. Then 1, bring down 1. 161. Now, since this is negative, copy the sign of the larger number. So negative, this will be negative 161. Alright, so 64 minus 225. They don't have the same sign. Subtract 225 minus 64. That's 161. Now, since 225 is greater than 64, we have negative 161. Alright, so negative 161. Negative 161 minus 36. Now, if you have both negatives, just simply copy negative sign, then you will add this number, class. So once again, negative 161 minus 36. If you have this kind of equation, class, you think it this way, this will be both negatives. Copy negative sign, then simply add these numbers. So let's add class. 161, then 36. 1 plus 6 is 7. 6 plus 3 is 9, then 1. 197. So negative 197. Alright, so this will be minus 197 equals 0. That's it, class. All set for number 4. Quite complicated, right? For number 4, it will really take time. So we have 20 minutes, exactly 20 minutes for number 4. So I do apologize, class, if it take a lot of time, because we need to explain this one, class, step by step. So for the part 3, class, of our video, we'll be answering number 5. So I will just put the link, class, in the description down below with regards to number 5. I hope, class, you learned something new today. And if you like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. You share it to your friends and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. Have a great day, class. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.